All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers that's out there. And onto the Israelite foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. It's going to be a quick show. Lord willing, to be a quick show because a lot of things just come in mind when I seen this. I had a couple of days when I'm about to, based upon this show. And this is the most disgusting, vile thing that I've seen in a very long time. And this is why we need the kingdom of heaven. And I'm gonna this is exactly why we need the kingdom of heaven. And this is exactly why, and I'm gonna make mention of this. All you other camps that want to put a goddamn woman in a pedestal, you need to get your head chopped off. Alright? The so-called black woman, the so-called Latino woman, the so-called Native American woman, are fucking agents for this goddamn devil. All right, they are agents. They're not fully plugged off. Hey, the scripture tells you, remember Lot's wife. Okay, Lot's wife was not concerned about the future. She was looking back when Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed. Meaning, her mind was not set on the future. Women on mindsets are for the here and now. Okay? And they're not here to aid, to assist us on this side of the world. The majority of them, there's only like a few of them. And it's like the Lord is holding back because we don't even know what he got. Because we have a lot of women that's out there that's pretending to be part of this thing of ours, by watching the videos, but they have some evil their attention is wicked. Okay, that's what the scripture says. There's nothing. Roughly paraphrasing, wickedness to a woman is nothing. A little wickedness is nothing to a woman. I'm not going to get it because it's not the focal point. But the video I want to show is disturbing to me. But then again, it's not disturbing. I can't even watch the whole thing. So, but let me get this word first things first. So I look up we know the word, but I'm going to say it, read it anyway. The scientific word for Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm Syndrome is coping mechanism to a captive or abuse situation. People develop positive feelings towards the captors or abusers over the time. This condition applies to the situations including child abuse, coach athlete abuse, relationship abuse, and sex trafficking abuse. Okay, this is a scientific term of this thing. Okay, and our people have, which says Stockholm Syndrome, a mental illness, and the answer to that is yes. The answer to that is yes. Our people have mental illness, men, women, and children. Real quick, before I get this video, not that yet. Jeremiah 2:14, it says, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? So the question is, Israel, the nation of Israel, which when you break down the word Israel in the Hebrew, it means he is the prince of power. Yashala, he is the prince of God, meaning the sons of God. So if we're the sons of God, the prince of God, God is the king, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is the king, makes us the prince and our women princesses, right? So we're royal people. So the question is a rhetorical question. Is Israel a servant? So is the prince and princesses of God a servant? The answer to that is no. We're not supposed to be a servant. All right? We're royalty. Is he a homeborn slave? Let's look up the word homeborn. Let's see how it says. Abayath Okay, yeah. I thought it was like it's not a compound. It's not a compound word. So, oh, is he a homeborn? Is he made to be a slave? No. Why is he spoiled? Okay. So the Lord was asking that. When you read Jeremiah, it tells you how Israel turned from. Matter of fact, let me go up, because that kind of goes what I'm going. Jeremiah 2:11. Have the nations changed their gods, which are no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which doeth not profit. So what was that spoken of? The Lord said, has the nation of Israel changed their gods? All right, there are no gods. You have all these other nations that have all these different gods, all different days of the week, all different items that you gotta give this god, this, that, to the third, and none of them can board themselves, meaning none of them can lift themselves up, none of them can feed themselves, none of them can do nothing. So there are no gods. We have the God of gods, the King of the universe is with us. It says, but my people have changed their glory, which is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Jeremiah 51, and I believe it's 7. No, I'm sorry, 51:19. A portion of Jacob's not like them. All right, meaning we was made different, and it says we are better. Deuteronomy 7:6. Have changed their glory for that which doeth not profit. Be astonished, O nation, O heavens, and at this, and be horribly afraid. Be very desolate, saith the Lord. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living power, fountain of living waters, and hewed them cisterns. What is a cistern? A cistern is a well. All right, and when you look up, a well could go all the way down to 5,000 feet, meaning it's deep. So and when a broken cistern holds no water. Okay, so here we are. We have the truth. We know the Lord, the God of Israel, is for us. But you have all these the people of God. All right, you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, mainly you women, would advocate to basically say no. All right, we are equal to everybody. Okay, and what I'm stressing out the women more, because this society pushes this matriarch system where everybody got to follow women to death. All right, and like I said, this is very disturbing to me, so it might be disturbing to others. It says broken cisterns that can hold no water. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? All right. I could get more, but let me get to the video. This disgusting video, bro. That's a goddamn shame. That's a goddamn shame. That's disgusting. This is why the majority of the women, I always remember when Apostle Paul said it many a times the 34th, saying the majority of black women are not going to make it. And that's a fact. And that's most likely a West Indian coconut head bitch. Meaning probably a Benjamite. This bitch got on her knees for this fucking devil, this usurper. All right, King Charles. All right, look up the word usurper if you know what, if you're really in tune with words. This piece of shit, this devil. He's looking at her like, this is madness, man. She gets on her knees crying to see the king. And let me see if I can load this thing down. And look, you have other Edomites that's there. All right, you got this nigga over here. he's a piece of shit himself too. But you got all these people that's here. None of them acting like this. None of them. None of them. And this shows what's happened to the nation of Israel. All right. When your women are doing that, you think she would do that for a so-called black man? If he was king? You think she would do that? Getting on her knees and fucking crawl to the devil? You think she would do that? You think she would do that to her king and her husband? All right? The way she's excited? This is a goddamn shame, man. This is a fucking shame. This is why majority, 2/3 of the nation of Israel is not going to make it. All right? Majority of women are not going to make it, man. You love the so-called white man so goddamn much. Eve, and that's Eve and the serpent all over again. You help destroy your own people for this goddamn devil. And you think he's going to have your back when it's all said and done? This is disgusting, man. I could have barely watched it the first time I seen this shit. I was like, wow. Let me read some of the comments. I know brothers is just, that mammy spirit is in full effect on Mr. Charles. But if she saw Yahweh Shai, she would look him up and down and walk away. And that's a fact, you know. If she's seen the Lord, according to, matter of fact, let me get that real quick. All right, because this is a shame, man. This is a shame. Matter of fact, Revelations 1:13, go to the point. It says, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like the Son of Man, clothed with the garment down to the foot, and girths about the paps with a golden girdle, and his head and his hair was white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass. And this is given a description of the Lord. All right. So anything that's brass will be brown alone, as it was burned in the furnace. So if his feet are dark brown, his whole entire body is dark brown. Okay. And his voice as the sound of many waters. So this is given a perfect description how the Lord looks. He had woolly hair, which you Negroes have. All right. He had a beard. It was white like wool. He had a garment. I mean, he had a body. They didn't crucify a spirit. Okay. And it gives the depiction of his foot. When John saw his foot, he was like, he gave a description. Okay. And he was dark skinned. Okay. When Thomas asked the Lord, how does show us the Father? And what did the Lord told Thomas? He said, you have been so long with me. Have you not known? You know, basically he looked like the Father. He tells you Colossians real quick. Colossians 1, I believe it's 14. No, 15. Colossians 1:15. Who is the image of the invisible power, the firstborn of every spirit. He's the image, the spitting image of his Father in heaven. Okay? So if the Father in heaven is a dark-skinned man, his Son is a dark-skinned man. And why this is very important, yeah, brothers can look, it's basic, but it's very important because this the next verse. Matter of fact, St. John 7:38. He that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. So the scriptures describe our Lord as a dark-skinned man from the tribe of Judah. Hebrews 7:14. Jeremiah 14:2 tells you that Judah are dark-skinned. The Judites were dark-skinned. Solomon, all right, great wise King Solomon, just told the world straight up, I am black but comely. Okay? As a tenth of Kedar, which the tenth of Kedar, one of Ishmael's sons, was a dark-skinned man. And when you look up the word Quadar in the Hebrew, it means dark skin. So our people are melanated, what the world considers melanated or black people. So why this is, once again, why is this important? Luke 19:27, it says, "But those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them." All right, to say the things that we say every single Saturday, to say that the Lord is a dark-skinned man, that He's coming to destroy Esau, Edom. You think that woman would have got on her knees towards the Lord with all that excitement? No, she wouldn't. So she's an enemy unto the Lord. She's an enemy to her own kind. Might I add, King Charles, King Elizabeth, all that royal usurpers, they are not the real royal family. Okay? See, and it proves that women, she didn't care about his looks. She knew that he was pale. That Stockholm syndrome, all right? That he was pale. Whatever he said, he looks a certain way, and she fell on her knees for it. But if it was the Lord, she would never do that. It says, "Bring hither and slay them before me." So Yahweh Shai is going to kill a lot of his people, man. A lot of his people is going to die. All right? A whole lot of people. Because our people have serious mental, spiritual issue. They love their oppressors. Isaiah, matter of fact, I'm going to get that. Isaiah 30. And I'm going to the point. 12, it says, "Wherefore, thus saith the Lord of the Holy One, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon." So they trust in oppression. They trust in the oppressor. Whatever Esau says, they do. Hey, here in New York City, the first woman, the first quote-unquote Israelite that took the shot, the jump shot, was a coconut ass woman, a coconut head woman. All right, from the islands out here in New York City, she went publicly to get the shot, so everybody else could follow. All right, so everybody else can follow. This is what our people trust in. They trust in Esau. They trust in his ways. They trust everything that he does. This is why the Lord, man, I got to get this one out too. Micah 7:10. It says, "Then she that is my enemy." Who is Micah speaking of? He's talking about his own women. You know, people act stupid when we say certain things, especially the apostles. The apostles been telling us this. All right? And people get offended. Like, no, no. The women are straight. Now you got these clowns in one body want to lift the women up, put the women first. All right? Oh, the men ain't right. You got to spend time with your woman and all this other nonsense. Don't you notice the fucking women are our enemy now? We don't have power. You think if we had power, our woman would be acting like that? She is our enemy at this moment. All right? "Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets." The so-called black woman, the so-called Native American woman, the so-called Latino woman are the enemies of the Israelite men. Especially the so-called black women. They're at the head of the helm. They are our foes right now. This is why you have the red pill atmosphere. We have certain women, certain black women are going after other black women. I forgot what in my feed, but this woman be telling all the dirt, all right, that these women are doing. The black woman is the enemy. This proves right here. Get that? This proves right here. She is not for us. She worshiped the so-called white man. She worshiped him. She's willing to sacrifice. She's willing to do whatever it takes to be getting noticed by this man. You think he gives two shits about her? Here it is. This man's talking about they want to genocide the majority of the people in the world. And look at this bitch. Look at this, man. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Look at her. Like she won. Look at she's cheesing. She really. This is disgusting, man. This is a goddamn shame, man. So woman is so excited to meet King Charles that she falls to her knees and cries out to him. This is what the... let me look at the... Wow, this is crazy. Eve would never think of this in the kingdom. We're not in the kingdom. We're not in the kingdom. All right? Eve is embarrassing. This is fucking pathetic, man. It's like, wow. You know, this is pathetic. She is out. And I'm going to get a couple more scriptures. Isaiah. Should I get that one? Yeah, might as well. Isaiah 32 and 9. It says, rise up, you women that are at ease. And Esau, all right, the same devil. Matter of fact, hold on. Before I get that, let me get this. Timothy's. I have to get this one. 1 Timothy 5, I believe it's 15. 1 Timothy 5. What? Matter of fact, yeah, let's start at 14. So I will therefore that the young women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary. Well, let's look up the word occasion. Occasion. A place from which is a movement or attack is made. A base of operation. Now keep this in mind. So Paul stated to Timothy, right, that the woman give no occasion. Don't give a base from. So who's spilling the beans to the adversary? Our women are. Okay? Our women are spilling the beans. Our women are the biggest adversary to us. She set the base of operation. She helps destroy the family. Okay? And Paul was like, the young women don't do this. Okay? It's a metaphor that which is endeavor and excited from which is go forth, that which gives occasion and supplies matter for undertaking the incentive, the resources we evolve ourselves in attempting or perform anything. All right? So she's telling everything, telling the dark secrets. All right? But Paul said that they don't do these things. It said give none occasion to the adversary. Who is our adversary? The so-called white man. So-called white man, the so-called white woman. All right? All these nations. It says to speak reproachfully. Right? For some are already turned aside after Satan. I mean, I don't even have a big breakdown. It shows you. Because now, you fast forward, it should say some, all our women have become taking the side of Satan, man. I will never forget, I don't know where, but it was, I don't know if it slipped, but it was a actual, damn, I forgot the name of it. It was something a couple, maybe a year or so, and the women had like this chat room, and they all was talking about how the white man's the best thing, and how he's paying them to make sure that the black man is staying in his place and not allowing him to get upset and all this stuff. They all turn aside to Satan, man. Every last one of them now. Okay? So it behooves us brothers to be very, very you have to look at everybody like a potential agent, man. And this is the basic stuff, man. You can't not trust these people. You cannot trust the so-called so-called black woman, all women in general, but especially so-called black women. Because if she's doing this in public, what will she do to you when the time comes? This could be your mama. This could be your auntie. All right? This could be your grandmother. They love the so-called white man so much. Okay? And they don't love their own. This is a goddamn shame, man. Let me go back to this and finish this off. And that's what the judgment. Man. Isaiah 32:9, it says, "Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be in trouble. You careless women, for the vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come. Tremble, you women that are at ease. Be troubled, you careless ones. Strip you, make you bare. Girt sackcloth upon your loins. Then shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine." So all this gathering, all these things that you're doing, sucking up to this man, he's going to turn on you. Your life, Section 8, all sorts of government assistance, WIC, EBT, all that shit is going to be thrown out the window. This man is going to show you his true colors. All right? And then when you think you could go back home to your man, it's over. Because if you're doing this publicly, once again, and we know what you're doing privately, all right? This shit is a goddamn shame, man. This is a shame. This is why we got to stay the fuck away from them. So with that being said, I'll be brothers edify. Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. Shalom.